Hello everyone! The rifle that cannot be changed the world. The untold story of the Armalite 18. Welcome to the incredible story about the rifle that almost turned the world of firearms upside down but ended up as an unsung hero. I'm talking about the Armalite 18, AR-18, a weapon that was meant to rival the legendary Kalashnikov and even its American cousin, the Armalite 15, AR-15. You know that became the M16. This is a tale as general engineer miss an opportunity and a legacy that lives of their rifles across the globe. So grab a seat and let's dive into the fictionalist journey. Chapter 1. The Birth of the Dream. Armalite Big Bet. It's the early 1960s and the American company Armalite is in a tough spot. They just sold the right of their start creation, the Armalite 15, to Colt in 1959. That's like inventing the smartphone and then giving it away to someone else to make billions. Armalite was left scrambling, desperate to come up with something new as they stay in the game. The world of firearms was cutthroat and they needed a hit. So in 1963, Armalite engineer got to work on two projects. One was the Armalite 16, designed for the heavy 7.62 by 51 mm, and not round. The other, the Armalite 18, built for the Lightning Strider 5.56 by 45 mm. Round that was making waves in the Vietnam War. The goal was bold. Create a rifle that was reliable, lightweight, and so easy to produce that even countries with the basic factory could chart it out. Think of us the people rifles, audible, taut, and ready to the action, like a Ford Model T for the battlefield. The Armalite 18 was just a response to the Soviet Union Kalashnikov, which was already a global icon for its simplicity and durability. It was also a jab at the Armalite 15, which while groundbreaking, was expensive and tricky to make. Armalite wanted to build something that could outside both, but could they pull it off in the era where the USA Army was already beat one another rifle? Chapter 2. What made the Armalite 18 so special? Let's talk that for the second, don't worry. I'll keep it simple. The Armalite 18 was a masterpiece of practical engineering. Unlike the Armalite 15, which used a fancy machined reserve, think of its height and the custom part, the Armalite 18 went with a stamped steel. This was a game changer. Stamped parts were cheaper and faster produced, meaning you didn't need a state-of-the-art factory to make them. It was like a swapping and a handcrafter watch for that's just a good about the cost fraction of the price. Another big deal with the gas system. The Armalite 15 used a directly in pigment system, where hot gases from the shot weight start in the reserve, something gunking things up. The Armalite 18 thus used a short stroke gas pistons, which kept the mechanism cleaner and more reliable, especially in the harsh conditions like mud, sand, or the rain. If you were a soldier in the jungle of Vietnam or the desert of the Middle East, this was a lifesaver. We had in the just 3.3 pounds. The Armalite 18 was light enough to carry all day. I had affordable stock, making it perfect for paratroopers, tank crews, or urban combat. You could customize to swap off the handguard and the new thing or tweak the stock to fit your mission. It was like a Swiss Army knife for rifles. Plus you could take apart in minutes without any tools, which was a hedge for soldier and the field, compared to the other rifle of the time, which often needed special wrenches and a lot of partitions. The Armalite 18 could hit target up to 400 yards away, matching heavy rifle of the era. And according to the few who got to test it, it was thought that the early M16s, which had a reputation for jamming in two conditions. So why didn't this rifle take over the world? Let's find out. Why did it Armalite 18 flop? Here where the story gets juicy. The Armalite 18 had everything going for it. It was cheap, reliable, versatile. So why did it become a household name like the Kalashnikov or M16? Let's break it out. The USA Army loved affair with the M16. By the mid-1960s, the USA Army was all in on the M16 basis of the Armalite 15. The Vietnam War was a full swing, and the military has poured billions into production lines, training, and logistics for the M16. Switching to the new rifle like the Armalite 18 would be like scrapping a brand new car factory to start building a different model from scratch. No one in the Pentagon went the Hidach. The Armalite 18 didn't even get the proper chance to complete. The Army barely tested it. Politics and the Cold War. The 1960s were peak Cold War. The global arms market was a political chessboard. NATO countries leaned toward American or European weapons, while Soviet allied nations went for Kalashnikov. The Armalite 18 dispute its universal appeal didn't fit neatly in the divide. Many countries saw buying American weapons as a political statement, and Armalite, a small company, didn't have the clout to push its rifle onto the world stage. The Armalite was a small fish in the big pond. Unlike Colt, which had deep pocket and government contracts, Armalite lacked the resources to mass produce the Armalite 18. They handed production over to Sterling Armaments in the UK, but even then the rifle was made in small bunches. Without a big government order to kickstart things, the project fizzles out. Let's be real, marketing matters. The Kalashnikov became a legend because it was cheap, reliable, and backed by the Soviet Union's massive influence. The M16 had the full might of the USA military behind it. The Armalite 18. What? It had no such luck. Armalite couldn't afford the big PR company, and the rifle never got the spotlight in the desert. Even effort to pitch it to the police on special forces didn't land major deals. However, the story gets wild. Even though the Armalite 18 never made big, in the DNA is all over modern fire dreams. And like a musician who never got famous but inspired a generation of chart toppers. Let's look at some rifle that of the depth of the Armalite 18. In 1918, the UK rolled out the SA-80, their main battle rifles. Got what? It's borrowed heavy from the Armalite 18, from the stamped reserve to the gas piston system. The SA-80 it still is used today, with some upgrades, proving the Armalite idea were ahead of their time. Japan, who know its precision engineering, launched the Howa Type 89 in the 1989. This rifle also took cues from the Armalite 18, especially in the gas system and modular design. It's still the go-to rifle from Japan's self-defense force. Even an Hawk HKG 36, a German rifle from the 1990s, showed traits of the Armalite 18 influence. It used a lightweight material and modular setup. It used Armalite vision of versatile used to produce weapon. Here a twist: the Armalite 18 found fan base in the unexpected place, the Irish Republican Army era. It's a compact size and foldable stock made. It's perfect for guerrilla fighters who needed to hide their weapons. In Northern Ireland, it's Arnold Grimm nickname the Widowmaker for its effectiveness. Not exactly the legacy Armalite had in mind, but it shows how versatile their rifle was. The Armalite 18 ideas like a stamp reserve, short stroke pistons, and modular design live on this rifle on their others. It's like the Armalite 18 was the blueprint from the future, even if it's never got the credit. To really get why the Armalite 18 didn't take off, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture, the economics of the arm industry in the 1960s. The USA was the world top arm exporter, shipping out about the $0.2 billion worth of the weapon in 1965. That's raw $10 billion in today the money. The M16 was the star of the show, backed by a massive contract for the Vietnam War. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union was flooding the market with Kalashnikov, which cost as little as $50 to $100 to produce. That's insanely cheap. The Armalite 18, which designed to affordable, could match the price point without mass production. Plus, the arm market was a political minefield. Buying American weapon often mean aligning with USA foreign policy, which scared off some countries. Nations like India or Egypt, for example, lean towards Soviet gear to avoid getting tangled in American politics. Armalite, as a small company, didn't have the muscle to compete in these high-stake games. They needed a big buyer like a USA Arm or NATO ally to get the ball rolling. Without that, the Armalite 18 was stuck at neutral. Let's play a little what-if game. Imagine the USA Arm or major NATO country has picked up the Armalite 18. What will happen? For one, we might see in the world where Armalite 18 became as iconic as the Kalashnikov or M16. Its simplicity and low cost could be made and hit in developing nation, where fancy factory were an option. The Armalite 18 modular design could spawned a whole family of weapons: carbines, sniper rifles, even light machine guns. It's Maiden reshaped how army through about standardization and production. Instead of the M16 Rocket Star in Vietnam, those aerojamming issues were famous. The Armalite 18, relatable, cold, gives soldier better tour from one day. But alas, that's just a dream. The Armalite 18 story reminds us that even the best idea need the right timing, fighting, and a bit of luck to success. Fast forward to 2025, and the Armalite 18 is more of collection items than a battlefield star. Original models and rare, and they can fetch tens of $1,000 at auctions. It's like finding a vintage muscle car in pristine condition. Collectors go crazy for it. But the Armalite 18 influenced and still alive. Modern rifles like an offense car or AK-416 use compassed pioneered of the Armalite 18. Like a lightweight material and a reliable gas system, even in the civilian world, where Armalite 15 style rifles dominate, you can see its use of the Armalite 18 in thin parts and simplified design. Gun enthusiasts and historical and starting to give the Armalite 18 the respect and deserve. Blog formed buzz with discussions about of the what's called Ben story. And a reminder that something and the underdog leaves the bigger mark that the champion. The Armalite 18 is the story of the might within. It's what the rife a hit all the time, packed with smart design, choice, and the Colbin method legend. But bureaucracy, politics, and the plain bad luck kept in the shadow. Still, its idea live in shaping rifles like an SA-80, OWA Type 89, and even part of the Hentler Hawk 36. And Armalite 18 is the ultimate underdog. A rifle has never got its big break, but left a mark of history anyway. So what do you think? Called the Armalite 18 half tank of the Kalashnikov or M16? What the world look like if it had become the global standard? Drop your through in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Armalite 18 story, subscribe to our channel for more epic tales about the weapon and tech that shaped out the world. Hit the like button, share this video, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you, brother.